What's going on, everyone? It's GBall, and together we're going to be taking a first look at the new July monthly Knife Club box. Just pulled it out of the mailer, haven't even broken the seal on it yet. Use the Tashi Baruka design Wii Speedliner. Now, if you've never stopped in here before, welcome to GBall Vision. I am glad you are here. Anyone can feel free to let me know their EDC loadout for the day. I love to see it. If you're not familiar with the monthly Knife Club box, don't worry, you will be by the end of today's video. When you open these things up, you're going to have a bunch of stuff in your box, but the first thing you want to do is grab the sticker and the card. Those are the two first items to always come out. Slide this out of the way here just a little bit. That way we have a little bit of room on the table to scope the items out and take a look at the little booklet here. That is the July sticker right there. That is just a free toss in. The first item up is going to be a penguin glow-in-the-dark PVC patch. That's going to be a value of $9. Glows in the dark, hook and loop feature on the back, PVC construction, bold raised detail design here is what the little pamphlet says. So let's pull this guy out of here and we'll scope it out. A lot of people really enjoy the REs. I have a ton of these, and at a certain point, unless somebody's familiar with a way to put a bunch of these, let me know down in the comments, because there's only so much stuff that has hook and loop that I have. So, at a certain point, you just got to start putting them in a bag. But if you know of a way to put a ton of different REs, let me know down in the comments. The next item is going to be a compact EDC pouch, and that's this guy right here. And one thing I've noticed about monthly Knife Club is you're going to get a bunch of different stuff month to month. We've had sling bags, we have had paracord, we've had different pouches, and I think this is actually one of the first pouches we have gotten here. Here it says a durable 500D to 1000D nylon construction, so probably 500 and 1000. Molly and Pals compatible mounting system. It does come with YKK zippers, and they are going to be two-way, so that is all really good news because that's good materials. YKK zippers, they're self-lubricating, very easy to maneuver, open and close this guy up. You have a spot for the RE, so that is a perfect toss-in right there, and it glows in the dark. Be able to lash this to another pack if you wanted, or just use it as a standalone pouch. One thing I find these really useful for is making different kits like EDC kit, fire kit, water kit, medicine kit, that type of thing, and using these in like a backpack or a sling bag to organize those various kits. If you are into EDC, preparedness, that type of lifestyle, which you should be, if you have a significant other, if you have kids or both, it is a responsibility. Even if you don't have a significant other or kids, it is your responsibility to take care of yourself. So having certain items to be prepared for certain events is something that is imperative. The next item is going to be the Wuben PL01 flashlight in green. This is nice. Wuben is a fantastic manufacturer when it comes to flashlights, and you'll see me using the Speedliner here throughout the video. What's cool about the Speedliner here is this came from a monthly Knife Club Onyx box. Monthly Knife Club has a bunch of different classes and levels to various different subscriptions. This is out of the Onyx Plus subscription, and that is their premium knife of the month, and you pay $200 for it, and you can get knives like this once a month. On Blade HQ right now, these are about $320, this particular version. So you would have paid $200 and been able to grab this thing, and the value is about $320. So pretty impressive when it comes to the Onyx box. I will have links over to the Monthly Knife Club website if you want to scope out all the different options that they have. You always have really nice packaging when it comes to Wuben. So you have a little pen light here, 650 lumen max green instead of black, which I appreciate. A 110 meter beam distance, 2 meters drop resistant unit. So very tough and very durable. It has a 2-way pocket clip, and there is our lanyard and USB-C charger right there. Let's see if we can get this thing up and running. There should be a little tag there on the back end of our removable battery. That's one thing you always want to remember when you get a new flashlight is that plastic tab. It is so when it's in transit to you, it's not getting turned on accidentally. We can screw that back in, and it should be a very simple user interface. Half press to turn it on and half press to cycle through all your modes, and then a single click to turn it off. Now, you can just turn it on as well by a single click, but then to cycle through all your modes, you will half click. Very nice construction, the PL01. I think these are, about 25 bucks, so very affordable. Another flashlight we received, I believe, is the Wuben G5. I don't remember if it was the green one or not, but we did get a Wuben G5 in a previous box, and I think it was this green one here, which we use all the time for varying videos. Really good stuff when it comes to Wuben. The next knife we have here is the Kooie Atlas, and this is a $64 to $80 value. I haven't seen this knife in quite a while. Let's go ahead and cut this feller out of here. Fantastic knife. This is a Jelly Jerry design. I can tell you that without even looking at anything. Right there is his marking. The Atlas, Jelly Jerry. It is, if you've been around for a little while, it's a bomb-proof design. Beautiful sheep's foot blade. They did these in a premium variant as well back in the day, but this is the more affordable version, as you can see, 64 bucks to 80 bucks. Beautiful satin finish there, and it is going to have a cutout fuller combo and a rear flipper for the deployment. Nice acoustics, good detent. I like the change to the pivot there. That looks really clean. I wish they would do away with the Kooie on the front and just go with the logo at that point. We do have a deep carry clip. It is going to be left-hand friendly, textured G10 handles, and then it does have open construction. You have a couple of standoffs and a lanyard post there for the lanyard fans. Great access to that liner. And you do have some jimping and a chamfer. Very easy to get to and disengage. Man, that detent is nice. On that heavier blade, you need a little bit stronger detent to make it feel good off of a cutout, and Kooie just excels at that. They also do a tremendously good job with their heat treat over there. The last item here is going to be a knife coming in from Wii. It is called the Sooth Ser. Let's see what this thing is all about here. $220 to $289 for the value. You always get a nice unboxing experience when it comes to Wii knives. Let's slide this out of the way now at this point. So we have back-to-back Wii knives for this month here, and this is the Sooth Ser. I don't know if I'm familiar with this knife right here, but that is awesome because the ultimate subscription is 189 bucks. So just with this knife alone, you get more than what you paid for it. Even in this knife's most budget form, which is going to be $220. Maybe you can find it on sale for $200 in some places. Even if you could, this right here takes care of the entire price, and then you get a pouch, an RE, a flashlight, and a backup knife, along with a sticker in your box. So it's like I've said several times at this point, it's like buying an awesome knife and then getting a bunch of cool stuff with it. It's really hard to beat. And we've done several months of this already, and it's that way every month. Now, are you going to get a design that you absolutely love every single month? No, maybe you won't. But the value is still certainly there. Like last month, we got this really cool Kooie knife, and I can show it here in a little bit. But it was a fifth pocket knife, premium materials, really good stuff. But it was a fifth pocket size knife. Some people didn't like it, but some people loved it. So just kind of depends on where you fall. But like I said, not every single month are you going to get a design you love. But, you know, it's really hard to beat what Monthly Knife Club does on a month-to-month basis. This is going to be 20 CV. Don't even need to look at the sheet. Fuller and rear flipper for the deployment. And in Wii fashion, just incredible action. Nice, strong detent. The acoustics are beautiful, even for a liner lock. Really good acoustics. If you've ever handled a premium Wii, they just have a very finely finished, finely tuned feel to them and sound. Full titanium handle here, along with a titanium pocket clip. And then this is going to be the copper infused carbon fiber. And then, of course, you have the caged ceramic ball bearings. And this is going to be a bolster lock. Really good access with a chamfer. A very smooth, controlled closing action. Excellent stuff on this knife. Nothing on the show side, which I really appreciate. You just have the Wii logo there on the pivot. Easy to thumb flick. If you're a thumb flicker, no problem. If you're a reverse flicker, you have the fuller on the backside. Easy breezy. And if you just enjoy a rear flipper, boom, that bad boy is going to fire on out of there. This is a kick-ass box right here. We've had a couple of really good ones and then a couple of good ones. This one is really good. You get an awesome, more affordable utility style knife, and then a premium banger, a EDC pen light flashlight from Wuben, and a pouch to put all the stuff in. And then you also get a little PVC patch that glows in the dark for your pouch. Woohoo! Monthly Knife Club. Solid job on this month's box again. If you want to sign up for the Monthly Knife Club subscription, whether it's the Onyx box, the Onyx Plus box, where you get one premium knife for $200, like the Speedliner here. These came in at $300+ over at Blade HQ. Awesome package. Or you can sign up for something like this. And there's a bunch of other options on the Monthly Knife Club website. I'll have that link down below in the description. And for first-time buyers, there's a discount code down there for you for your first purchase. A little thank you to all my viewers. You'll have to let me know what you think of July's Monthly Knife Club box. I always look forward to hearing from you. Do me a solid and hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see more dope knife and EDC content, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. I'll pop up a couple of new videos you haven't seen yet. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.